Hello everyone, this is Jim with Sunrise Farms. It is June 4th and this is an update to our watermelon and additional pumpkin planting. As you can see, got a lot of stuff happening behind me. Let's take a closer look. All right, so what you see there that is growing like wildfire are pumpkins. You can see two big male blooms on that thing. We've already fruit set on one pumpkin. We hand pollinated it. And as you can see, my row of watermelon and then my individual things of watermelon that I've planted sunflowers in the middle of. Let's take a closer look. So again, here are these pumpkins. We planted 5 pumpkin seeds and they are just doing fabulous. Now that is in that compost mound where I planted all the watermelon seeds I had space left over in that mound, decided to go with some pumpkin to do some trial and error because, as you can see, that's the friend of ours disc set that I borrowed in the very first place. Of course, I know better now to do a little more than just that. But if you can see going forward there, hard to see now with this, I got a little bit of it staked out, but we're gonna put 3 additional 40 by 40 plots toward the front of our property there. And one of those plots, the far plot, which I have about 2 to 3 weeks to get done, is going to be for pumpkin. Because my wife and I, this was a trial run to see what would happen. Of course, we'll discuss some problematic situations that occurred with our dirt in other videos. But just as a follow-up to what I was doing planting these, they are growing awesome in this compost mound that I had gotten from, this compost mound that I'd gotten from the neighbor of ours. So we may have to do some compost amending when it comes to planting the whole crop of pumpkins, because we want to get them in the ground by July 1st. And why? Because we have 2 granddaughters and we live in a very small rural community, and we want to do a pumpkin patch. We want to just give people the enjoyment of having a local pumpkin. So we're going to be growing a whole plot, 40 by 40 section of pumpkin. But let's take a closer look. So you can see these are male flowers. You can see the little male stem in them. And these blooms are big. The males started first. We had one female bloom set, we had one female fruit set bloom. I hand pollinated it. Now we've got many other fruit sets. So you've got one right there getting ready to open. You got another one beside it. We got multiple fruit sets. We got another one right there. So we got this one. Now this is all just one bush, or one vine, one plant. Let me put it that way. It's all one plant. And at a minimum, it has 6 fruit sets on it. So we're anxious to see. Now these particular pumpkin are called Triple Treat by Burpee. They do not appear to be an heirloom style. The ones that we're going to plant out in our field is an heirloom style, and we'll show more on that when we get to it. So I don't know if seed saving is too good for these. I don't think so, because I am going to be doing seed saving. But I will say these are growing fabulous, and their fruit should be around 6 to 8 pounds on average. Sorry about that. My video cut out on me as I was filming the rest. Went about 5 more minutes before I realized it stopped on me. Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of the mound where the watermelon are. As you can see, some of the watermelon are doing slow. One of them not doing as great. But this entire row, I planted 2 seeds of watermelon per hole. And I had about 90% germination. Most of them are doing pretty well. All right, so let's take a look at these 4 individual mounds that I had done that you saw me. They're about 2 foot square. And I put a sunflower in the middle of each one of them. So 3 out of the 4 came up, and these 2 are doing pretty well. That one's a little suspect. In this mound, only 1 came up. but it's doing pretty good. Now, however, in this mound, all 4 came up. So that's 4 out of 4 germinated. And as you can see, this one's kind of taken off. The other 3 are kind of in the same stage of their life, but this one's kind of taken off. Now this one, go figure. 4 out of 4 germinated. So that's 4 individual plants in the corners. And all of them are doing quite well. So if you calculate that, I got 4 mounds. I planted 4 seeds, 1 seed in each hole per mound. That's 16 seeds I planted with a total possibility of 16 plants. Well, I have 12 plants. So that's 75% germination. That's not bad. As an experiment, I will take 75% germination. Like I said over here, I planted 2 seeds per hole, and I ended up with about 90% germination. So I consider that very good. And out of the pumpkin down there, I also planted 2 seeds per hole, and I ended up with, I think I had to thin out 2 of them, but I had like a double germination in 2 of the places and then germination in the rest. So I had full germination here. But anyway, that's an update. Appreciate it. Take care. God bless y'all.